Hello everybody, welcome to World Monologue Games Regional Finals. It is great to have you here at the Regionals. My name is Pete Malicki. I have the great pleasure of being the creator and founder, that's the same thing, of World Monologue Games. Just a little bit about the event before I hand you over to our performers. We are a global acting competition and showcase with a strong emphasis on performance over technology so that anybody in the world can get involved. If you've got a camera, if you've got a phone, then you can participate. We have 350 performers in the regional finals across 27 events from 51 countries, so it's a massive event. There are 6 different categories in the event. So there's the main amateur category, which you're watching today or tonight, whatever it is, wherever you are. There's the main professional category, youth and tigers for the youngsters, and endurance, which is for the longer monologues, and sprint, which is for the shorter monologues. So that's a lot of... I'm not speaking very articulately today. My apologies. Today's main amateur category show is in the region of Australia, New Zealand, Asia, and the Middle East. So really excited about the performance that we're bringing you today. You, as our viewers, get to vote. The voting is not open yet, obviously, because the show hasn't started, let alone finished. And you get to help pick some of the performers along with the judges who go through to our global finals, which will be held around October, November, later in the year. Couple of things. Fair warning, there is some strong language in the show and some adult content, so please be prepared for that. Sometimes at the games you might see the same performer more than once, and that's because they have entered more than once and been successful more than once. You might see the same script being performed by different performers as well. We let them pick whatever they want. If you want to support us, give us a like, give us a subscribe. That's really, really helpful for the algorithm. If you're a total champion and want to support us even more, you can give us a donation or buy some merch, which is like a donation, but you get something. There's links in the description of this video. You can also see links to our other shows, to all of our events on our website, but also for the other main amateur category shows, which are held over this weekend. The results will be announced on Wednesday, and there's a link for that as well. I'm going to come back on at the end. I'm going to hand you over now to our global ambassador, Chen Tang. Chen has left us a pre-recorded message. I'm just going to play that and then we'll pass you over to the performers. I hope you enjoy the show and I'll see you at the end.
Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. This is Chen Tang and this is the World Monologue Games Regional Livestream Finals. Strap in, because it's going to be a hell of a ride. Enjoy the show, everyone.
This is exactly why I didn't call the cops. Because y'all ever want to look at me, you see the track marks on my arms, and you've already assumed I'm guilty. No, I'd never hurt her. I woke up and she was lying face down. I mean, I'd seen her like that many times before. But when I turned her over, her face was bashed in. She just told me I was gonna be a daddy. No. She took my stuff. Started running. Chased after her. When she got to the stairs, I grabbed her. She fell. But I wasn't trying to hide the body or anything like that. I was taken round to her favorite spot out at the lake, where she loved to feed the fish. I just wanted to set her and my baby free.
Fine. You really want me to talk so bad? You want to know why I haven't said a peep for like almost what, 20 minutes? That's because I don't talk to racist. Yeah, that's what I said. Racist, bigot, prejudiced person. Don't give me that look. What do you expect me to think? Here we are, sitting over here in costume. You standing over there trying to intimidate me with her 400 pounds into what? Admitting my elderly mother is a terrorist? Because she's using medications? How strange for an 80-year-old. Because she is the wrong color. Well, if you ask me, she is the wrong color. Wrong color, wrong gender, wrong career, wrong everything. Because people like you love making life harder for people like us. And I can't even imagine what makes you think my mother has done that requires you to hold my whole family in custody for hours. But I'm done talking to you, sir. I have nothing to say.
I was talking to Blackburn the other day. And he asked me, what changed? And why are we going home? I said, nothing. That's not true, I think everything's changed. I know I've changed. A friend of mine asked me just before he got here. We're all shipping out. He asked me, why are you going to fight somebody else's war? What do y'all think you're heroes? I didn't know what to say at the time, but if you asked me again, I'd say no. So there's no way in hell. Nobody has to be a hero. It just sometimes turns out that way.
Yeah, that's where I met Alan and Andrew, our illustrious leaders. They weren't these white, privileged, powerful dinosaurs you see today. No, they were just young men trying to make their way in the world. Alan had a really hard time of it. I mean, he was as gay as Christmas. And these were the days when Elton John married a woman here in Sydney. And nobody knew what Boy George was. And all us girls had posters of George Michael all over our bedroom walls. I mean, words like poofter and faggot were common. And Alan had a really, really hard time. Andrew, on the other hand, was a nervous, bumbling, awkward young man. And he took me out on a date. Yes, I remember he came to meet my parents and he shook my dad's hand and he looked him in the eye, And he paid for everything, he opened doors for me, he even took his coat off when I was cold. And the whole night he didn't get the courage to even kiss me goodnight. Look, I know your generation see them as sexist, chest-thumping misogynists. But I can't help thinking of them as these scared young men.
Get up, chocolate! hear what you're asking me? You're asking me to give up the one constant in my life, the one dependable support system in this damned unpredictable world. You act like this is some small mortification, like closing the toilet seat. This is a colossal alteration to the very fibre of my being. Why don't you just take me out and shoot me? Because that would be more merciful. That would be more humane. Don't start talking health food, because carob in an emotional crunch just won't cut it. Look, what you don't understand is the rich history that I have with chocolate. It's not so much just cocoa and sugar, it's spiritual sustenance too. Chocolate and I go way back. It was over hot fudge sundaes that Debbie Pawlowski comforted me over my first breakup with Larry Sullivan. And with fudge chocolate cake, that you conveyed the news to me that Debbie was dating Larry. And that fudge making class where you, Debbie and I celebrated the triumph of sisterhood and the dumping of Larry. Oh, I could tell you stories about pot brownies and melted Hershey's kisses, but why get into it? Needless to say, if you take away my chocolate, I will die. Or at least suffer severe DTs. And I guarantee it won't be pretty.
Have you ever been in love? You know, felt your heart soar and flutter, like an autumn leaf in the wind, whispered sweet nothings, shared all your secrets with total and implicit trust? No, it's alright, neither have I. Thought I had once though. His name was Henry, and he was a bit of a wanker, really, on reflection, but at the time, I thought he was amazing. He owned a clothing design business, and he seemed to know everything there was to know about all sorts of things that I had no clue about. But everyone else seemed to think it was stuff worth knowing, so I just got to sit back and relax and think about how lucky I was to be with someone so smart. All the while he'd be off on some tangent about the hypocrisy of alternative music, or the socialist agenda, or cryptocurrency. It did not last long. Just long enough for me to pay his rent one month after he was short from investing in an essential artistic experience in order to broaden the creative scope of his design business, which in layman's terms is in fact a trip to Bali. He came back with new knowledge and some new life experiences and some new STDs. Never did get back that rent he owed me. Oh well, that's life. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, toward Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night,
that runaways' eyes may wink. And Romeo leaped to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rights by their own beauties, or, if love be blind, their best degrees of night. Come, civil knight, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match. Played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods, hide my unmanned blood, fading in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grown bold. Think true love acted simple modesty? Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence.
I won't pray for you. I'm sorry, I can't. No, wait! Please listen before you bite my head off. It's not that I don't care about Emmy, I do. I'm mortified, completely mortified that your beautiful young girl is so sick. Yes. Dying. I know. I can help with the housework or cooking or give you money or anything at all. But I won't pray for you. Why? It all comes down to God. God is omniscient, all-knowing, all-loving, the man with the plan. The really good plan. I used to pray for the poor, the needy, the starving children, the victims of nature's wrath, but then I realized God knows. He knows everything. I'm not giving him any new information when I say people are starving, they will die if you don't intervene. If I prayed to him to say, please God, don't let Emmy die of leukemia. She's only 6. She deserves to live. What I'm really saying is you screwed up, God. You shouldn't have given cancer to a child. You might be the all-knowing, all-loving, supreme being, but you really fucked up this time, buddy. I don't know why God is letting Emmy die, Cynthia. It breaks my heart to know he is. But I can't question God's plan. I can't.
One bank manager goes to a South Indian restaurant for breakfast. Let us see what unfolds. Hope I get a good breakfast here. What do you want, sir? Good morning. What do you have for breakfast? Sir, idli, vada, upma, pongal, dosa, sada dosa, rava dosa, masala dosa, uttappa, with onion, with podi, with chutney, idiyappam, puri, paratha, naan. Okay. Get me one idli vada, one dosa, 2 uttappa for parcel with podi. Okay, sir. 1 minute. Sorry, sir. No breakfast. All sold out. Why the hell did you recite such a big menu? Sir, can I tell you one thing? When I go to your bank ATM for cash, every time it asks for PIN, account detail, amount required, whether receipt printed or not. After giving all the details, finally it says no cash. How do you feel, sir, when it happens to you? Damn it!
My nickname at work is Uber Eats. Now I don't hear that once or twice or occasionally at a bar with my mates. I hear that all the time. And what that tells me is that all you brown people should aspire to bring my food and take me home when I'm pissed. Apu impersonations. Do you have any idea how many times people have come up to me and said, "Thank you, come again"? And I'm from Singapore. We speak English in Singapore. Now I know what you're thinking. It's just a joke and we should all just harden the fuck up, right? But when you hear that every day, it gets real old, real fast. How about coon cheese? You know what that word means. I know what that word means. The First Nations people, they know what it means. It doesn't matter that it's someone's last name. Think about it. If you were an Indigenous person and you went to the place where you buy your food and there's a whole section of that word just blaring at you. Coon, coon, coon. How would you feel? So you know what? I've actually changed my last name to All White Men Are Rapists. So from now on, you will all officially refer to me as Mr. All White Men Are Rapists. And guess what? I went ahead and bought a whole bunch of dairy farms. I'm coming up my own line of dairy products. My first product, All White Men Are Rapists milk, followed by All White Men Are Rapists low-fat milk, you know, for the ladies. Then All White Men Are Rapists cheese, and All White Men Are Rapists cream cheese, and All White Men Are Rapists with yogurt, and All White Men Are Rapists with yogurt and some fucking strawberries. Why? Because I want to fucking diversify. Can we just go back to being kind to one another? It's not that hard.
Fine. You want me to talk so bad? Do you want to know why I haven't said a peep for almost 20 minutes now? It's because I don't talk to racists. Yeah, that's what I said. Racist. Bigot. Prejudiced person. Don't give me that look. But what do you expect me to think? Here we are, sitting in custom. You standing over me, trying to intimidate me with your 400 pounds? Into what? Admitting that my elderly mother is a terrorist because she's using medication. How strange for an 8-year-old. Because she's the wrong color. Oh, if you ask me, she's the wrong color. Wrong color, wrong gender, wrong age, wrong career. wrong everything. Because people like you love making life hard for people like us. I can't imagine what you think my mother has done that requires you to hold my whole family in custody for hours. But I'm done talking to you. Got nothing else to say.
I thought he was a Jehovah's Witness. I have this ongoing relationship with those guys. I'm like a sucker for the Jehovah's Witnesses. So when this guy gave me a book, I thought it was going to be about the end of the world. What God really thinks or something. I mean, I got like the collected edition of those things. What? They just get to me, okay? I mean, those fucking Moonies are the Dianetics people. You can see it in their eyes. Their brains are fried. They just as soon kill you as anything. The Jehovah's Witnesses are always so nerdy. I believe them. What? It's not like I go to their meetings or anything. I just talk to them. I like what they say. Resurrection, life, everlasting. Just sounds nice. I mean, I don't believe this shit at all, but I end up listening because, I don't know, they are always so kind.
You know why I had no address for 3 months? I stole a suit in Kansas City and I was jailed. I stole myself out of every good job since high school. And I never got anywhere because you blew me so full of hot air. I can never stand taking orders from anybody. That's whose fault it is, Willie. It's goddamn time you heard that. I had to be boss big shot in 2 weeks, and I'm through with it, Willie. I ran down 11 flights with a pen in my hand today, and suddenly I stopped. Do you hear me? In the middle of that office building, do you hear this? I stopped, and I saw the sky. Things that I love in the world. The food. The time to sit and smoke. And I said to myself, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing in an office, making a contemptuous begging fool of myself, when all I want is out there waiting for me the minute I say I know who I am? Why can't I say that, Willie? Pop, I'm a dime a dozen, and so are you. You were never anything but a hardworking drummer who landed in the ash can like the rest of them. I'm a bucket an hour. Pop, I tried raising 7 states and I couldn't raise them. I'm a buck an hour. Don't you gather my meaning? Pop, there's no spite in it anymore. I just am who I am. Pop, will you let me go for Christ's sakes?
I've held on to this cigarette, waiting for the moment I long to see. I long to live to see. guns are finally falling silent. Someone, somewhere, has signed a deal. They don't know me. And they never will. But I'm thankful, nonetheless. I thought they'd be cheering, but it's more a somber acceptance. Some are quietly crying as a wash of emotions engulf them. It's finally safe to strike the match. The cigarette is bent, as if it's been weighed down by the war itself. We're going home.
Small joy have I in being England's queen. We need but look no further to see our sweet detractors, feigning warmth and loyalty, with painted smiles they fawn and nod and bow, like us to fairground puppets built with just one face, one form. Your queen, who caught this royal ring from her poor treasoned husband, is full no more. In truth, we are more closely linked to death than life, and have not left an heir to this old state, which heaven sees brings forth the squabbling ganders, foul who would see it theirs. But here, before our last, we'll see thee sorted yet, sheep from goats, and wheat from dusty chaff.
أصبحت وحيد، لا أستطيع التقدم ولا الرجوع. كأن الزمن عالق في تلك اللحظة، لا أستطيع تحمل حياتي. لا تستطيعين فعل أي شيء، لا أن تغيري الواقع، لا أن تعانقيهم، ولا أن تكوني ذكرى جميلة أخرى معهم. هذه هي الحياة، وإنكارك حقيقة الموت هو الرعب الذي لا مفر منه. ليس من الضروري أن تحبسي نفسك في سجن الموت. تخافين من خسارة الجميع، تبدأين باستحضار الماضي وأحباب لن يعودوا. تناديهم فما من مجيب. تعذبين نفسك ولا تفكرين في تحقيق أحلامك حتى. أي إيجابية في مثل هذه الحياة؟ قولي لي. أحلامي ماتت معهم. يقولون ببساطة أن الحياة ستستمر، ولكن كيف أكمل حياتي؟ كنا عائلة سعيدة، وفجأة انقلبت الموازين وقررت الحرب القضاء عليهم. كان الشارع مليئا بالحياة، مليئا بالأبرياء، لم يمنحوا حتى الفرصة لتوديع أحبابهم. أي ظلم هذا؟ أي قهر؟ أي حزن؟ وأي اختراع هي؟ إنهم هنا في قلبك في قلبي في ذكرياتي. ماذا يفيدني هذا؟ أريد ضحكاتي، أصواتهم، لمساتهم، حياتي تخلقني.
Hey babe, tell me what you wanna be. Float your mind and listen to the bass. Rockin' to the levels, you're so fortunate free.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the performers tonight. Some absolutely fantastic talent. And I saw a comment that it's hard to distinguish the amateurs from the professionals, and I couldn't agree more. There's just such great talent in that pool. I think a few people are using the amateur title a little bit lightly. Okay, so just a couple more things before we wrap up for this evening or whenever it is for you. Just a couple of shout outs. We have a film festival, the World Monologue Film Festival, where it's got this unique format. You have one actor only on screen. It has to be one continuous, uninterrupted take, and the film needs to run for 1 to 2.5 minutes. So if you'd like to get involved in that, we'd love to have you. There's a link in the description. Probably for everything I say, there's a link in the description. If you want to register for next year's games, you're very welcome to do that. You can sign up as a fan if you just want to find out when our next shows are on, or hit the like button or the subscribe button, and you'll get more notifications. There's also links to all of the other shows that we're running. We have another show in this category, the main amateur category, tomorrow morning, Sydney time, 9:30 a.m. So we'd love to see you across there. And if you want to see who wins, the judges and viewer vote winners for this this category, we will be announcing the results on Wednesday. Okie dokie, so I am just about to publish a link to the voting form. If you're watching this live, you just need to refresh the screen and it will be in the description with everything else. If you're watching it later, it was already there. So just a couple of the things quickly. You can vote for your 2 favorite performers. You have to vote for 2. Just to make sure the process is robust, you do need to have a Google account to vote. Apologies if that's inconvenient. You can get one for free. Just a friendly reminder to the competitors not to share the voting link directly. Please share a link to the show so that people can watch your brilliant performances. That's probably about it. I'm just hitting publish on a change, so that that link should be live any second now. That's about it from me for tonight. I will see you tomorrow for the next show, which is the main amateur category, the Americas. I'll see you there. Bye.